in is the right edging. But before, edging was something that we really had to kind of dig these big trenches, right? You had to dig like 3 or 4 feet down and lay all this edging down. Well, not only do you not have to dig, right? Right here, it's right there in the name. You see there, EasyFlex NoDig edging, but it's decorative as well, and you have 3 different choices. Take a look at this one. I love this one. This is like a little white picket fence, right? You want that around, maybe it's your garden, right? Maybe it's that flower bed, maybe it's around that tree, maybe some bushes, maybe around the mailbox. It's as easy as you see there on your screen. You put each piece in place, and then you use the spikes that we are giving you. We're giving you 27 of these 8-inch spikes. You just maybe use a little rubber mallet, hammer it down, and look at what it adds. Not only does it add that kind of decorative touch, but now it's separating the rocks and the bark and the soil, right? And the mulch, very easy. And if you have a string trimmer, no worries, it's not gonna hurt your edging. Okay, you have 3 choices. I just showed you that white picket fence, which I love, and each of these pieces, you're getting 16 of these pieces, so you're getting about 20 feet of these. So here's the white picket fence. Here's the first one there. And then I'll move over here to this one to show you this one, because this is that brown Adirondack. It kind of reminds you of those Adirondack fences. We are most limited in these. I want to give you a heads up. We have less than 1,000 in these right now. And then lastly, if you want that kind of wrought iron look, beautiful wrought iron look. 3 choices, $24.95 for 20 feet. Super flexible. Our friend Lou Caputo is joining us here this morning. Good morning, Lou. Happy Tuesday, my friend.
Ty, and you as well. Yeah, I love the no-dig edging because it just makes your life a little bit easier. Made my life a lot easier, actually. Well, because, you know, traditional edging, you really do have to dig down into the ground, and it's hard to work with. I've got some that I actually had to cut with a hacksaw. You can just use a regular pair of garden shears on these. And what's nice about these is when you look at them, first of all, they're very flexible. So if you did need to go into a circle, you could do that. They give you 27 of these spikes that you can drive into the ground. Now, my ground's soft enough that I can just step on these and put them in the ground. But if you need to, grab your mallet and you can drive those into the ground. Super simple to do that. Now, one thing I think people don't understand about these is they look at that and they're like going, now how does that hold back the ground cover? Well, if you notice in between these slats right here on all of them, there's an 1.5 inch barrier right there. That's what's going to hold back your ground cover. So it doesn't matter what it is, that's what does it. Now, 20 feet is a good amount that you're going to get with these, but as I said, you can't cut it to length. But I want to show you something. I'm going to grab this piece back here. All of these, and people will wonder, do you set them side by side? You see a gap between them? No, you don't. In the back right here, one piece slides into the other, and they connect. So you get this really, little secret right there. So you get this seamless look that goes all the way around your property. And it just looks so much better than, you know, a lot of the boring plain edging that you're going to see out there. And it's so much less work that I feel like at the end of the day, this really is the better mousetrap. This is the better way to do it, Ty. And you don't have to break a sweat. You don't have to dig anything. And you know what? Your job gets done so much faster. I mean, you and I both know if we can do it quickly and without any pain and fuss and muss, we're probably going to actually do it.
We're probably going to do it. That's exactly right. Then that will get done. Okay, I need to address something real quick, because if you are shopping with me this morning, thank you for hanging out with me. You see the price on your screen, $24.95. This actually qualifies for 25% off. You will get that 25% off just by going to hsn.com or just by calling in and ordering these. And I'm putting this up on the screen right now to show you $18.71 is what you'll be able to get that for today. That price expires today. Our 25% off items expires today. So for 20 feet, right? So you're getting 16 of these, which is going to end up being 20 feet for $18.71. They are super flexible too, right? Do you have kind of that flower bed or that garden area which has a couple of beautiful little turns on it, right? Those little curves, you're gonna be able to do that. And then let me flip it over just to show you. You see these tabs right here? That's where you're gonna put the stakes in. It's that easy, done and done. $18.71 for 20 feet, but you do need to choose what design you want, because remember, it's not only practical and useful, it's decorative at the same time. This is brown Adirondack. You can go to hsn.com and check that out. I am most limited in these. You can also get white picket fence, which I think is just really cute. Here, let me show you. There we go, white picket fence there. And then also you have wrought iron. Lou, what's great about this is that it covers both of those things, right? In our garden, we want something decorative, we want something that looks right, but we need something that's useful as well, right? Usually, those are two different things. I'm like, all right, I got the useful things, I got the decorative things. How do I put those two things together? This is both right in one, easy to install.
No, you're right. Usually it's mutually exclusive. You can't have both. You know what I mean? It's either going to be, really, really attractive looking, but kind of flimsy, or it's going to be the opposite way around. Right. And nobody wants that. And what's interesting about this is, though, even it is really flexible and easy to work with, it's very strong. Like if you take a string trimmer up against one of these, it's not going to hurt it at all. And that's kind of what, a lot of edging gets ruined, especially the wood, the stuff that's made out of real wood. It gets ruined by that. That doesn't happen with the no-dig edging. Now, the other thing I want to show you is this. If I do need to cut this down, because you might be like, okay, well, I don't have a plot that's 20 feet, but I might have one that's a little bit shorter, or it's like on the edge. Each one of these is 15 inches across, okay? So if you need to make it shorter, just take a regular pair of garden shears, and all I'm going to do is just cut through, and there's two different sections right here. Boom, boom, just like that. You can see I cut that piece off. Now I get that to the exact length I need. And you can also cut it in between pieces as well. Yeah. But remember, even though I can cut it easily, I mean, I didn't break a sweat doing that either, but it's really strong. I mean, it's very flexible, but it's strong.
That's what you need. You need something flexible. You need something that's going to flex, especially if you have that area. Maybe it is around the tree, around the garden, those kind of beautiful curves that kind of are really aesthetically pleasing. And this is going to do that. This is going to be able to curve around. There are others, and I've been burned before, that I picked that were not flexible at all. Unless it was a perfect square, you're unable to use. That's not these. These will flex. Take a quick look at your screen. You see how she's using that string trimmer? Again, use that string trimmer right up against these. These are very durable. It's going to separate that mulch from the rocks, from the grass, from the soil, from all of the things that you need to keep separated, but you still want it to look good. You want to make sure that stuff isn't mixing. You're not going to be digging any trenches. Here's another thing. You're not going to be paying $24.95 either. These are $18.71. I know on your screen it says $24.95, but if you head over to hsn.com, you're going to see that this qualifies for 25% off, right? Some of these items in our outdoor and garden qualify for 25% off. This is one of them. So once you go to hsn.com, you'll see the price right there, and then it will activate. Now, if you're calling in, same thing. You will get these for $18.71. Okay, so what are you getting for less than $19? You're getting 16 of these pieces. This is the white picket fence. Isn't that awesome? I love this. It's very popular this morning. Just to give you a heads up, you're getting 16 of these pieces, which is going to equal about 20 feet at $18.71. Maybe pick up 2 sets if you've got more than 20 feet to do. As Lou said, you can cut them, make sure they're exactly the right size. You're also getting 27 of these stakes. These stakes go right in the back. You're just going to use a rubber mallet, hammer them into place. No digging at all. They're durable. They look great. They will separate everything. It's that professional finish, Lou. It's these little touches, right? It's these little touches that really, when we hire a landscaper to come in, they do the work, but then it's those nice little touches that give it that professional look. And now we can have that professional look now.
No, you can't, and easily too. And remember, these pieces do interlock. They don't just butt up against each other, so there are no gaps. You put one inside the other like that, and then, I mean, they really do stay together tight. And one last thing, folks, if you're out there and you find yourself going to that home improvement store, more than once a year to buy mulch because your mulch keeps floating away, you need this, okay?
Yes.
This is going to keep your ground cover in place. It's going to define those lines, Ty. It's going to make everything look great in your front yard and back. Let's face it, if you're putting all that work in, you might as well put the finishing touch on there that's going to make it look beautiful and stop you from having to do it over and over and over again.
Oh,
that's what your no-dig's about.
I've made that mistake before. I made that mistake of not putting an edging, and all of a sudden the mulch and the rocks all became one thing. Yeah. I did all that work, and then you got to hire somebody to come out. No, just add this after you do all that work. Look, I connected 2 of them together there. Take a look how flexible these are. They look great. All right, Lou, a good start, but you're going to be back with us a little bit later, my friend, right?
Oh, some fantastic disc lights, really cool looking ones in just a little bit.
Those are great. All right, we will talk about those a little bit later. Here's your item number 082194. Remember, those are $18.71, not the price that you see there on your screen. Speaking of price, if you are one of our VIP shoppers,